what's up, guys? What's up, guys and gals, ladies and gents, however you want to call it. Hopefully your day is going wonderful. Hopefully your weekend went good. My weekend was all right. I won about 80% of my money back, so I think that's a win, you know. But, first things first, I want to get out the way. I want to get these links, housekeeping, whatever you want to call it. I want to get that out the way. I want to, first of all, I'll tell you guys that we have an awesome Facebook group, Fanduel group, and don't get it twisted when I say Fanduel group. I'll put the link in the description. We do touch on all fantasy sites, and we do touch on all sports betting sites. So you can find me on Twitter. You can follow me at Denzel1. That link will be in the description as well. And this video today, like I said, I want to touch on Fanduel Sportsbook. It's my go-to sportsbook. I do play on DraftKings Sportsbook, Bet Rivers. I play. In fact, it's right here. Fanduel Sportsbook, DraftKings Sportsbook, Bet Rivers. I wing myself off of Bovada, and since Illinois became legal, so here we go. The biggest topic today I want to touch on is player props, man. And us as DFS players, man, you hear me out, man. A lot of us, most of my channel is based off DFS, but I'm adding in sports betting, and us as DFS players, this prop bets cater to us, man. I think I want to allow us to understand that we can beat them here. We can beat them. We can beat them. We can beat them. And you couple those prop bets up with some of your surefire other bets, personal bets, man. They can be beat, man. They can be beat. We can beat them. I think this is one of the easiest ways to beat them. Before I get into player props right here, I want to touch on same game parlays. I really like same game parlay for basketball. Football is kind of iffy for me. And I'm going to point some reasons out why I don't play much same game parlays in football. I'm going to point that out right now. But same game parlay for FanDuel Sportsbook is probably the best same game parlay I've seen in the industry. And I'm going to point that out right now. Going to touch on it. So same game parlays, you can bet on multiple bets in one game. So, for instance, starting off right now, you can take the spread, the money line, the total. This is just a demonstration. I'm going to just say we could take the Cowboys on the money line right here. Then they have anytime touchdown score. Boom, you could add, let's say, Zeke for a touchdown. All your bets will go over here. And they based it, they set a preset bet at probably at $10 just to give you a look at what you your parlay, just give you an insight. And if you like Amari Cooper for a touchdown, or Dalton Schultz, who I like in real life today, and then I might say Lamar Jackson to get a rushing touchdown. And all these anytime touchdown score, the person either has to rush the ball into the end zone or has to catch the ball, get a receiving touchdown. These are not passing touchdowns, with Lamar Jackson, just to point that out. Let's say I go with those. Let's say I say Mark Ingram gets a touchdown. This is just informational. A demonstration. I'm not playing this. I'm not playing this. Anything can happen in the NFL. Now, first touchdown score, you can bet on who you think gets the first touchdown. You can add that to your bet slip as well. Next, let me see here. Here's a bet that I'm going to take today. Over under on passing yards for Lamar Jackson. I'd probably take the over. I think this is a decent bet. So I can slap that up there, but I might be taking that on a single bet. later on in the video that I'm going to show you. Lamar Jackson rushing yards. They just have a host of different bets that you can bet on. Money, first half money line, second half money line. The list goes on. Dez Bryant receiving yards. Marquise Brown receiving yards, so on and so forth. What they don't offer in the single game parlay is my most favorite bets is touchdown props over under. Most of the quarterbacks you will see will have prop bets of 1.5 over under touchdown, and then receiving prop bets, the number of receptions that a player would get. So the touchdown prop bet and the receiving prop bets, those are my favorite prop bets right there. So with that being said, this right here, like I said, I'll go over here to my bet slip over here to place a bet. This is just a demonstration. I wouldn't bet this. If I would bet this, I probably would bet I would say maybe $1 on it or something like that. If I was to bet $1 on this right here, it would pay me out $1,200, almost $1,300. So you can just bet. If I was to bet $10 on that, there we go, 12,000. So on and so forth. Same game parlay. Of course, like I said, you'd have to click on same game parlay and then proceed with your bets. Now moving over to I'll exit out of this bet because I won't be making that. But here's where I want. Here's where my favorite bets are. I'll go over here to player props. Now, player props. I'm going to point out a few of my favorite bets, and I'm going to leave you all with this video. Just give you all something to marinate, give you all something to think about leading up to the weekend when you get ready to bet on football and stuff like that. Now, if you keep in mind, when you go over to player props, if you want to parlay these player props in this player prop section, you can only pick one from each game. One from each game. So my favorite player prop from this game was what was it? I'll go down here to this. I'll go down here. It was I believe it was it Dalton? No, it wasn't. It was Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant total receptions. Over under 2.5 receptions. This is my favorite bet from this game. My favorite, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That's not Dez Bryant. That's Devin Duvernay. I like that one too. Dez Bryant. Over under 2.5 receptions. That's my favorite bet from this game. Prop bet from this game. Now, like I said, you can parlay these games. If I drop 100 on this, I win $108. That's probably my favorite bet right there. 108. 100. 108. That's probably my favorite bet. But anyway, moving on. Like I said, when you come over here to the player prop section, and you want to run some parlays, you can only bet one prop bet per game. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of some of the prop bets today. Some that I like, some that I don't. Touchdown. I don't know. If I was betting touchdowns, I probably would go the same game parlay. But I'm just gonna go down here. Like I said, I'm gonna point them out. I'm gonna start from the top. I can't pinpoint who I like to get in the end zone, but I will tell you who I'm going to be betting on to get in the zone, and I will be betting on. I'll have Dalton Schultz. I like him to get in the end zone today. Now, passing yards, I don't mind Andy Dalton, but like I said, I will be going with I will bet on I'll take the over on Lamar Jackson passing yards against this Cowboys defense. I mean, it's just right there. I'm just going to have to take the doggone bet. I mean, it is what it is. Lamar Jackson rushing yards, they have him at over 54.5. You know, it's doable. You know, that's Lamar Jackson. Andy Dalton rushing yards, they have him at 6. Some shit I wouldn't be betting on. Over under, I like this. I like Ezekiel Elliott 50 over. I like Ezekiel Elliott to go over the rushing yards. I probably won't be betting on it though. And like I said, there's a host of other prop bets just for everybody. You can see them right here. Receiving yards is prop bets are something I really don't like to bet on. But when you do same game parlay, they don't offer. This is all they offer on the receiver side is receiving yards. They do not offer targets. So I have to come here to offer to bet on my targets. And so they also have scored 2 touchdowns. Who you like to score 2 touchdowns or better? And they also have 3 touchdowns or better. So, you know, they have some nice bets for you to go and bet. Then you have anytime first half score, anytime second half score. They have prop bet player prop parlays. You know, Andy Dalton for Washington 10 plus, but they have a lot. So, but that's something I don't bet, and I have to go through them. But they do have a lot. Now, getting to some of my favorite prop bets. You have pass completions. Andy Dalton over under his completions. Our over-under is 20.5. Lamar Jackson's completion, his over-under is 16.5. My favorite, running neck and neck, passing touchdowns and receptions are probably my 2 favorite prop bets, but they don't offer these in same game parlay. So they have Andy Dalton passing TDs set at 1.5. It's over under at 1.5, folks. Lamar Jackson his passing touchdown set at 1.5. So, you know, those are some bets that I always like. The highest I've seen was 2.5. The highest I've seen for passing touchdowns was 2.5. So you have longest pass. They have rushing attempts. They have Elliott, his over under at 15.5. Lamar Jackson rush attempts as 8.5. Dobbins, his rush attempts at 13.5. And, you know, Gus Edwards at 7.5. Longest rush. You know, so on and so forth, guys. Getting to my favorite, my second favorite would be receiving yard. No, not yards. But they do have yards up there. That's something you guys can look at. Total receptions. There it is. My second favorite prop bet. They have Ezekiel Elliott set at 2.5. Tony Pollard set at 1.5. Dobbins set at 1.5. Cooper at 4.5 over under. CeeDee Lamb 4.5. Kind of like that. I really like that one right there. It's 4.5 for CeeDee Lamb. Michael Gallup at 3.5. Then you have Marquise Brown at 3.5. Dez Bryant at 2.5. Probably my favorite one. Uh, Devin Duvernay at 2.5. Don't mind that. Dalton Schultz. Man, that 3.5, man. I'm gonna stand on it though. I like that one. Then you got Luke Wilson, 1.5. Miles Boykin, 1.5. And the list goes on, man. Longest reception, tackles and assists, tackles and assists. You got Marlon Humphrey. You got some defensive bets over here, pass attempts. So they got 25.5 for Lamar Jackson over under, and then Dalton they have 34.5. First completion, first reception, and the interception they have yes and no. So they got 196. So there you have it. Oh, yes and no for Lamar Jackson. So look, like I said, I gave you guys my few favorite bets. Here they are. I like Dez Bryant to hit the over. I like Marquise Brown to hit the over. Mari Cooper gets a lot of targets. I like him to hit the over. I like Dalton Schultz to hit the over on receptions. I like, man, I'm going to have to go with Lamar Jackson on the over on passing touchdowns. I ain't mad at you if you go with Andy Dalton on the over passing touchdowns either. And let me see. I told you my sneaky pick I like for Dalton Schultz to get in there for a touchdown. It's a revenge game for Dez Bryant. I can't forget that shit. But yeah, and then I like I got to bet the over on Lamar Jackson, and it's creeping up. It just went up it was at 181. So you guys got a live look at that shit going up because money coming in, and that's about it, guys. Like I said, like and subscribe. We're doing a lot of good things in the Facebook group. Head on over there if you like to. If head on over there and follow me on Twitter, man. And with that being said, I will be coming at you guys with a first look, run through, however you want to call it, of my sport of week 14 ahead of us. That video will be coming out next. And with that being said, man, y'all have a blessed day, man. Thanks.